My name is Maapa Quansah. I have a family and kids. Over the period I've been lecturing, basically in marketing related courses, and then also consulting in marketing and strategy. Thank God for that opportunity to help people to make their decisions and help people to look at things that they have not hitherto looked at as they hope to achieve results in their organizations. And then working as a lecturer gave me the opportunity, or gives me the opportunity to impart a little of what I know to people who are craving for knowledge. And it's always a learning moment for me, so I really thank God for that opportunity to contribute to the development of our nation from that perspective. No, not at all. I am not leaving my profession as an academic and consultant. No, I'm not at all. I'm only adding it to it because I believe that God gives us abilities, and the abilities that God gives us is meant for His service and for the betterment of this world. And so I take the opportunity of being a lecturer to, as it were, do what I'm supposed to do in that side. And then again, the gift that God has given me, I need also to use it for the furtherance of the gospel and to aid our Christian worship. So I do not intend to leave my professional life. It's just an addition to it. I think anybody who knows me growing up back then in Takrady would associate music with me, and some of my friends, when I even announced that I am releasing this single, some of my friends were like, this is long overdue, we expected this long time. And there are seasoned musicians that I've spoken with, and they are like, this thing should have come out a long time. So music has always been part of me. I grew up knowing that I'm singing. I enjoyed all types of songs. I remember just singing any song that I hear, and I love to sing. Some way, somehow, it turns out that people know me for my work as a lecturer and a consultant in marketing and strategy, but beyond that, everybody who has also known me very closely knows that I sing about everything. I sing when I'm eating, I sing when I'm satisfied, I sing when I'm hungry, I sing when somebody is dead, I sing when somebody is married. Like, simply that music is part of my life, and that's the way it is. So I really can't tell how it began, yes, but music has simply been a part of me. But I remember also growing up as a boy in Boys Brigade. I think that was one of the things that made me know that one day I'll be doing music. And even though it looked like I tried to run away from it, some way, somehow, it has happened. Like, I'm not able to run away. I've eventually come back to it, to do it, to the glory of God. But then, over there in Boys Brigade, it was a case that in Methodist Church, we used to have different fellowships in the church, doing singing competition, for instance, and Boys Brigade didn't have a standing choir. So what was the case was that myself and my friend, who is now a Pastor Christian Inimishen, we will team up and form a group to sing on behalf of Boys Brigade. And there were times we won, and I mean, singing and people applauding us was to us a lot of inspiration. And so out of that, I saw myself leading praise and worship, being involved in one choir or the other. Just anything around music excites me. When I hear the sound of the keyboard or the guitar or drums or anything, it evokes something special in me. Yes, I have 41 songs, and I think more are even coming, because even this week I contemplated on 2 songs, and one was a joke. I was sending a message to a friend of mine, and I just struck it on my keyboard and then videoed myself singing. Everything about it was new, and I sent it to him that, look, I need it for us to come and do the music video for the single that we are releasing, and I had to put everything in a song and send it to him. Yes, so Adumarakwa, how did it happen? So I visited my auntie, and I noticed that there was a new keyboard that was in the house, presumably for her kids. and I was excited when I saw it. I just wanted to try it. So when I sat there on the keyboard, I just tried it. Mi so fa mi re, mi so fa mi re, no no no. So I just started playing it, and then as I played it, the words just came into me. Then I started singing it, and then I took a few days to refine it, and every time, I mean, I remember one time I was with my friend in church, and I was like, oh, this is a new song I've composed, and I was just singing to him, and it was like, Walter was like, oh man, this song is so good. And I had some sort of inspiration that, look, his comment was very, very, how do you put it? It was encouraging, and I decided to go and record it. I recorded it, and I didn't record it even with an intention to actually launch it from the beginning, but people were listening to the songs and were giving me the encouragement and telling that, look, this is long overdue, this is part of what God wants you to do. I really knew that God was speaking to me through my friends. So I decided to take it up and then launch it and make it public for everybody to benefit from the talent that God has given me. So the song is Adumarakwa, and I believe that anybody who believes that God has played a role, any form of role in his life, would some way somehow associate with this song. So I want you to be in an expectant mood even as we prepare to release this song, and I believe it will bless you, and I believe that you also share the song, and for others also to be blessed. In Takrade we say, oh, one share, and I expect that when we release it, you will one share, you will share it so that other people also benefit from it. I intend to put it to support Cape Coast School for the Deaf. I have actually been there a couple of times. I've spoken to the management there. I've always been interested in doing some things to support them. After this song, I would release a double, and then after the double, I'll release an album. Like I said, I have 41 songs that are already ready. Out of the 41 songs, about 10 or so have been mastered already. So what I want to do is to release this one, and then I'll release 2 more songs, and then after releasing the 2 songs, I will now come up with a 12 track album. Song with Helena. I want to have a song with her. She's has been an inspiration to me. People knew me back then in Takrade for I Define, So Wonders, and I mean, these are songs that I saw her singing as a boy. I saw her myself face to face sometimes on TV. We lived in Takrade around the same community, and to see her do that was an inspiration for me, and I loved her songs, and up till now I still do love her songs, and I'll be excited to have a song with her. Helena. I loved her songs. She was an inspiration to me. I loved her ad-libs in particular. Also influenced a lot by Reverend Charlie Sam. He's actually been a pillar for the development of charismatic music, let me put it this way, if you permit me, or contemporary music in Ghana. Of course, Mami Amy was an inspiration also unto me, as well as Pastor Joe Bichem, whom I had the opportunity even to back him at some point in time growing up back then in Takrade. And there is Emmanuel Nunu. Yes, Emmanuel Nunu. Yeah, he was at a point my teacher. He was my choir director. We're in the same Bible class. He had a very sweet spirit, and had the patience to teach us music. And so Emmanuel Nunu was such an important character in my life. In terms of his music, career, he hasn't attained that sort of national character per se, but he's a fantastic music writer, he's a fantastic composer, he's a fantastic voice coach, and he actually made a lot of impact upon my life growing up. I can also tell you that Papa Yankson, CK Man, for instance, were also of great influence on me as far as music is concerned, because growing up I would hear their music during funerals and other ceremonies, and we just would sing along even when we didn't understand it. I dedicate this song to my wife and family, my kids, and then my grandmother. As we approach the elections, I want to take this opportunity to advise our politicians and all those who are active in the political space to make sure, do everything that they can do to ensure that there is peace in this country. We do not have to do anything to disrupt the peace that we have. This is the only country we have. Clearly, if you look at the trend of things, we could do far better than now as a people. And we should focus our energies to make sure that we can leave a positive legacy for the generations unborn. For the young men and women out there, my advice would be that, look, make sure that whatever action you take can preserve our Ghana for us for tomorrow, because the baton of leadership will certainly be handed down to us. And if we do not take it, or if we do not manage what we have now, the strength that we have to build our country, nobody will build it for us. And let's not allow political political ideologies or parties to cause us to act in a way that can disturb our friends or people who are opposing our views. After all, this is the only country we have, and we are one people. So I really want to encourage you that, look, young people should not be used. We should act well and protect the sovereignty of our nation.